A lot of people do not want to hear this. A lot of people are going to get very triggered, especially the alternative community is just so full of victims, I'm telling you. And it's because they're listening to that victim mindset ass music. Their pain body has attached itself to this music. When I was arguing with people about it, it was because I didn't want to admit it. And a lot of people are addicted. They're addicted to their music. They have a personal identification with it. And when you say something, they're going to defend it so hard because they're attached to it. This is why your playlist is slowly killing you. Do you know when your parents are like, oh, don't listen to that music because it's demonic or it's the devil's music? Maybe you should listen. I don't mean necessarily that it is demonic, like demons are coming through the speakers into your head, but it's not too far off from that. I used to listen to all types of music. Hip-hop, emo rap, heavy metal, depressive suicidal black metal, everything except like country. But like Playboy Cardi said, everything comes with a price. There is always a price to pay for any action that you're taking. And this is because everything in the universe is energy, and therefore your interaction with it is an energy exchange. Not only are you absorbing it, but it is absorbing you. If this is what happens to a single drop of water under the influence of this music, I don't even want to know what you listening to that depressing ass music over and over and over and over again is doing to your body, to your physical health. Human beings are 75 to 80% water, so if you think about it, that's a lot of influence. Dr. David R. Hawkins' muscle testing research, also called applied kinesiology, explored the idea that the human body responds to truth and falsehood through muscle strength. So his experiments involved testing the body's reaction to various stimuli, such as statements or objects, where strong muscle reactions indicated truth or positive energy, whereas muscle weakness indicated falsehood or negative energy. This led to his development of the map of human consciousness, emotional and vibrational realities that spans all the way from 0, like suffering, guilt, shame, all the way to 1,000 plus, peace, enlightenment, and universal love. Hawkins suggested that we are influenced by the energy fields of everything around us, including music. In his book Power versus Force, he explains this more in detail, saying that classical music, like Mozart or Beethoven, align with higher levels of consciousness and elicit strong muscle reactions, whereas lower frequency music with aggressive or negative subject matter can lower our state of consciousness. He says, among our test subjects, punk rock, death rock, and gangster rap music made every subject go weak. In a more recent study of students reported in the Arizona Republic in 1994, Dr. James Johnson of the University of North Carolina found that rap music increases tolerance for and a predisposition to violence while promoting materialism and reducing both immediate interest in academics and long-term success. So as you can see, being mindful of the music you listen to is crucial for maintaining a positive emotional state, being in a good mood, and just overall elevating your state of consciousness. And so people wonder why there's a mental health epidemic. People are wondering why they feel like shit. It's because this is spiritual warfare. Like, music is a spell because the two biggest ways to impress your subconscious mind are through emotion and repetition. So think about all of the emotions that are being stimulated in you when you're listening to that music, and then think about how often you're replaying it over and over, not just replaying it, but replaying it in your head, brainwashing yourself into a certain vibrational reality. A lot of people do not want to hear this. A lot of people are going to get very triggered. Their pain body has attached itself to this music. When I was arguing with people about it, it was because I didn't want to admit it. And a lot of people are addicted. They're addicted to their music. They have like a personal identification with it. And when you say something about the music they listen to, they're going to defend it so hard because they're attached to it. Bro, I love me some fucking like depressing shit. I love that shit. There was this one band I really liked. It was a visual K band from Korea called Madman's Espirit, and I loved that band. But the harsh reality was they glamorized and romanticized suicide in a way that was very triggering, especially when you're trying to heal, to be constantly bombarded with the same ideas that you're trying to heal from. It's just a no-brainer if you want to really make a change in your life to just cut off your addictions and your attachment to these ideas. And one way you can do that is by changing your playlist. And I'm not saying it's wrong to express your darkness through art. Like, believe me, as someone who is a writer and an artist, like sometimes that's like the only sane place for it to go. But you do need to be very careful about like what you're putting into your mind on a regular basis. Guard the avenues of the soul type shit. Like, you gotta be mindful of your daily routine. At the very least, don't listen to that type of music right before bed or first thing in the morning when you wake up. just switching it up, just having a high one and a low one, and just not ruminating in negative states for too long. If you like rock or heavy metal or rap, there are people who have a dual nature about them, so they do talk about low vibrational subject matter, but they have a good balance of both. I don't want you to just like run from negative stuff or try to avoid negative subject matter, because you can be brainwashed to think everything is bad, but you can also be brainwashed to think everything is good. I haven't listened to music in a couple of weeks, and your brain is just different when you're not constantly feeding ideas to it 24/7. I literally used to like listen to the worst shit that just reaffirmed how shitty I already felt, and I just wondered why it was making me worse and not better. And the reason's because that music is not designed to make you feel better. It's designed to make you feel slightly less alone in the feelings that you're already having, but it is not designed to help you get out of them. The scary thing is people who weren't even meant to be listening to that, who don't even really resonate with it because it's cool or it blew up on social media, and now they're listening to it. You can literally brainwash yourself to be in a reality that was never meant for you. If you are one of those people that gets so immersed in it that you become obsessed with it and it becomes your whole personality, like me when I was goth and was presenting myself in that way, which I still want to present that way sometimes, but I just make a choice not to, because that's not how I feel on the inside, and that's my reason why I don't show up that way anymore. But like, if that's what makes you happy, you gotta do what the fuck makes you happy, you know? I just had to be very fucking honest with myself about what I was doing, and that the music was making me want to off myself 10 times more than I already did. People who want to deny that haven't gone through what I went through, where you found yourself getting lower and lower because of the content you were consuming and the music you were listening to on a day-to-day basis.